Thank you for joining this live chat session, viewers. You cannot see me, but you can hear me. I can read your comments, I can read your questions, I can respond to your comments too, respond to your questions as well. And I have three main news stories for you in this live chat. Warm welcome to you, all of you who have joined this live chat session so far. Nahom Architects is the first one who has commented today. Welcome, Nahom Architects. Michael Habto says, how are you, Sajid? I'm fine, Michael Habto. Thank you for asking. Michael Kidane says, hi, Sajid. Welcome back. Thank you, Michael Kidane. Warm welcome to you as well. Saeed Isa, I can hear you but can't see you. Yes, you won't be able to see me. You can only hear me. So it's an audio live chat, you can say. I can read all your comments, questions. Three main news stories in this live chat for you. I'll get a roundup of these news stories with you. Then I'll speak on that. I'll take a few questions as well. I'll respond to a few comments to make this live chat session interactive. Ibsa Muhammad says, I hope you are feeling better. Yes, much better, Ibsa. I am feeling much better today. Damascus says, get back better. Damascus Dinka, I am recovering rapidly. Mr. Me says, hi, Sajid. Nahom, thank you, Sajid. He says, Yusuf Kabbede, hi, Sajid. How are you feeling? I'm fine, Yusuf. I am definitely recovering rapidly. James Henry, welcome, James Henry to Burji Suyama joined as well. Says, I wish you quick recovery. Welcome and thank you, Burji. Kinadid Garbu, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Kinadid Garbu. By the way, what is the meaning of Kinadid Garbu? Nebe Nebeyo Balata says, I cannot see you, brother. Yes, you won't be able to see me, but you can only hear me. Muhammad Yusuf says, hello, TA. Thanks to God, you're doing well. Thank you, TA. Your prayers matter a lot. Ebenezer Gobze says, good to recover. S says, hi, brother. Bashe says, Allah Yashfik, Mr. Sajid. I think it means that may Allah give you health. May Allah heal you. I know Arabic a little bit because we Muslims obviously read Holy Quran and we learn Arabic a little. Assalamu alaikum, Khi Sajid, says engineer Umar. I think Khi means Akhi, brother in Arabic. Wa alaikum assalam, brother Umar. Three news stories was firstly a war of words between Ethiopian ambassador to Kenya and a Kenyan member of parliament who is very vocal in support of Somalia, very critical of Ethiopian government. And the MP is definitely crossing red lines. He's calling for uh, disintegration of Ethiopia. What did General Bacha Debele say, the former general? What did the Kenyan MP say? Secondly, Africa Union Summit in Addis Ababa. I want to speak a little on that. Statement has been issued at the end of the summit. So, what was said at the in the statement about Ethiopia, Somaliland MOU? Who attended this summit? And lastly, Tigray viewers. Getachew was in Addis Ababa. Today he held some meetings. Uh, why was he in Addis Ababa? Was he invited? And with which world leaders did he meet? Details for you in this video, in this live chat. Uh, Kinadit Garbo says, Garbo is my hometown, Somali region. Okay. Sangira, nice to see you healthy. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Sangira TV. Yeh Neo Gitacho says, हेलो साजिद भाई कैसे हैं आप उम्मीद है आप खैरियत से होंगे अच्छा काम जारी रखें गूगल ट्रांसलेट का शुक्रिया He's saying how are you Sajid brother I hope you are well keep up your good work thank you for Google for translating this text in Urdu yeah these translation apps and websites have made things easier for us to connect with each other Muhammad Farah joined as well Iri says get well soon Sajid. Let me start, viewers. I won't be able to stay here for long, maximum for just 20 minutes. I'll be with you. So let me start the first news story, which is about uh, exchange of hot words. Use a very strong language between Ethiopian ambassador to Kenya and a Kenyan member of parliament. Who is Ethiopian ambassador to Kenya? He is Bacha Debele, General Bacha Debele. General Bacha Debele led Ethiopian military in the war against Tigray, and after that, he was appointed as ambassador to Kenya. And the man was part of negotiations too, leading to Pretoria deal. Some sessions of negotiations were held in Kenya too. So he's a key man. Uh, Munai Menbiro says, where is Imran Khan? I don't know, but I am back home from hospital. Uh, uh, Bacha is one of key Ethiopian influential men, I would say. Bacha lashed out at Farah Maalim today. By the way, Farah Maalim's narrative and rhetoric against Ethiopia is so inflammatory. It seems that he is not from Kenya, he's from Somalia. I mean, he's the one, if you remember, Max Kali says, why are you always against Somalia? I'm not against Somalia, believe me. I have no interest in opposing Somalia or supporting Ethiopia. But since you are newcomers mostly, who are from Somalia, you see me as anti Somalia. But believe me, if you continue following my views and news, you will see that when it comes to reporting, I don't compromise on neutrality. So, Farah Maalim's remarks, his speeches recently have been very provocative against Ethiopia. If you remember, he attended Puntland president's inauguration ceremony, and there he asked Hassan Sheikh to leave diplomacy. He said, we are ready to fight. Mobilize your people. He said, Dini, Naftagarin, be brave. You're brave. We'll stop Ethiopia. And then he was heard saying that 500,000 Kenyans are going to be part of this war to stop Ethiopia from annexing Somali territories. And the man is a Kenyan MP. Yes, he's a Somali, but he's a Kenyan national. And the man was staunch supporter of Ethiopian BMRB in the 2 year long war. Maskaram says, where is Yamaskan? I know where Yamaskan is, but I cannot disclose his location. I uh, tried to prevent his travel, but he did not uh, postpone his travel. Let's hope that he returns safely. Farah Maalim responded to what happened in Addis Ababa yesterday. In Addis Ababa yesterday, Somalia's president leveled accusations against Ethiopian security officials. Hassan Sheikh said that Ethiopian security officials stopped his delegation at the hotel where he was staying, and he was not allowed to travel to Africa Union headquarters. Later, along with the Djibouti's president, he managed to reach Africa Union headquarters, but even there, he was stopped from entering Africa Union premises in Addis Ababa. And he accused Ethiopia of trying to annex Somali territories. Hassan Sheikh, angry, frustrated, returned to Mogadishu yesterday. To that, Farah Maalim responded. In a social media post, he said that brave Hassan Sheikh refused to be bullied by the boy Abi, and that Hassan Sheikh should mobilize his people. He said that Ethiopia is on the verge of disintegration, and not just Abiy, but past Ethiopian leaders like Menelik, Haile Selassie, all have been uh, trying to annex, and they annex territories uh, from Eritrea, from Sudan, etc. And that Abiy wants to annex Kenyan territories too, which are on Kenya-Oromia border. This is what Farah Maalim said today after what happened in Addis Ababa yesterday. To that, Bacha Debele responded. Bacha Debele has a Twitter account, but it's not verified. But most people say that this is Bacha Debele is a real Twitter account. And by the way, Bacha Debele used very strong language against Farah Maalim, calling him a mad dog, saying that people dreamt of waging holy war on Ethiopia. People boasted of mobilizing 500,000 people to wage holy war on Ethiopia. These are dreamers. These are mad dogs. Machadable, in no unequivocal terms, uh, lashed out at Farah Maalim. Rahul, no, it's not a problem on your phone, but you won't be able to see me. I'm not in a position to stand or sit for the live chat. And that is why the screen would remain white. So this is what happened today. Serious war of words between Ethiopian ambassador to Kenya, Bacha Debele, and Kenyan MP Farah Maalim. And by the way, Farah Maalim's rhetoric is being it's not being opposed by uh, Kenyan government. Farah is definitely crossing boundaries. He's calling for disintegration of a country. He's threatening to wage a holy war. He's threatening to send fighters from Kenya to fight against Ethiopia. But Kenyan government is silent. It's surprising for me. Uh, this is what I wanted to tell you in the first part of the live chat. Abdi Kareem Farah says, Inshallah, you'll be all right and come soon. Yeah, thank you, Abdi Kareem. By the way, I'm still in touch. I don't think I have missed any important update in the last 3 to 4 days. Sarah kept me updated too. She did a video today about contacts between PM Abiy and African leaders. PM Abiy, he told me, contacted three leaders, African leaders, in the past 2 weeks for mediation. But the effort did not succeed. No positive response was shown from Somalia. So I am well in touch with what is happening in the Horn of Africa. Rest assured, I am not missing anything, and you won't be missing anything as well. And I'm recovering. I'm. It's not that I am overstretching myself. No, I did not do any video for 3 days because I was not in a position to do videos. Now I am in a position to talk to you. That is why I'm here. Firaul says, "Let the Almighty help you recover." Thank you, Firaul. Ahado Biza says, Ethiopia is not annexing Somalia or Somaliland. It's a business deal. As other countries in Somaliland already have done for so long, it's not a problem when others. Yeah, but I have this almost similar views. I think that Ethiopian desire to gain access to sea should be seen as a business opportunity. Yes, Ethiopia should be put under some restrictions. No one is going to give unconditional access to sea to Ethiopia, but it's a money making opportunity for neighboring countries. Let's see which neighboring country gets Ethiopian business. Now, secondly, was African Union Summit. Let me speak a little on that. And then lastly, Tigray. Today, AU Heads of State Summit was held in Addis Ababa. Ye says, Sajid, your daughter is better than you. Children should pass their parents, so don't feel bad, invalid Sajid. I think when your children do better than you, perhaps you are the first one who feel proud. So if Sarah is better than me, it's an honor for me. But she has a lot to learn. Important thing is that she is showing dedication. She wants to learn. She's very receptive. She wants to learn, and she's learning very rapidly, very fast. That is why I'm encouraging her, but slowly she's being introduced to the Horn of Africa. Muni Muni has joined my friend. Addis Ababa is shining lately. I'm having a good time. Welcome, Muni Muni. Good to hear from you. Ogdugi says Somalia, Italia achieving record breaking new failures. Sammy has joined too. Sammy, welcome. Sammy says, Sajid, how could you get money from military camp in your territory? I think Somaliland will concede land to Ethiopia in exchange for recognition. Well, recognition is not a simple issue for Somaliland. I think if Somaliland gets just recognition, it would be a big achievement for Somaliland because they've been fighting for 3 decades for this recognition. Their main target is recognition, and then they'll get business too. If Berbera is used by Ethiopia, obviously will be the beneficiary, UAE and Somaliland. Now, the second news story, let me be quick. Uh, Said Ahau said, Hi, Sajid, good evening. Welcome, said Ahau. Uh, Africa Union Summit in Addis Ababa, as expected. Isasa Berki was not here. He is not known to attend such uh, international summits. And keeping in view Ethiopia Eritrea tensions, it was not expected that he would attend this summit. And I don't think that Isas Evoki thinks very highly of African Union, though he passed some very encouraging remarks about IGAD a few months ago. He showed interest in reactivating IGAD. But lately, we've been seeing that Eritrea did not show any interest in recent IGAD sessions too. Isaias did not attend the African Union summit. Sisi from Egypt, as expected, also was not in Addis Ababa. Ethiopia, Egypt, not on good terms. Their talks over GERD have collapsed. Sisi teaming up with Somalia to corner Ethiopia. Hassan Sheikh took a bold step. He tried to go to Addis Ababa to embarrass Ethiopia while in Ethiopia. And there, I think, Ethiopia should have shown large heart, I think. But Ethiopian authorities deliberately mistreated Hassan Sheikh. That is how I understand the situation. I talked to a few people there, and that is what I learned. People told me that, yeah, Molifi is in Addis. I know Moni. Molifi is here. Masinga, their ambassador, Mike Hammer, all here. Uh, uh, so Hassan Sheikh should have been warmly welcomed in Addis Ababa. Though I think Somalia has withdrawn its ambassador to Ethiopia, and Somalia did not have its security apparatus in Addis Ababa. But still, I think Ethiopian authorities should have warmly welcomed Hassan Sheikh. Thank you, Ye Forte, for buying the super chat sticker. Thank you. Ye Forte. I mean, how to pronounce it? Ye Forte. Thank you. So, Hassan Sheikh was definitely mistreated in Addis Ababa, which is unfortunate. Ethiopia already has dealt a blow to Somalia by signing an MOU with Somaliland. Ethiopia should have shown respect to Somalia's president. It did not happen. And Hassan Sheikh will definitely will try to now will try harder to find allies against Ethiopia. Uh, Hassan Sheikh was in Addis Ababa, delivered a speech, criticized Ethiopia, accused Ethiopia of annexing Somalia's territories, offered Ethiopia access to sea. He said Ethiopia can have access to sea in Somalia as well, but under international conventions, like other 16 landlocked African countries have access to sea through neighboring countries. Similarly, Ethiopia can have access to sea as well through Somalia, through Eritrea, through Djibouti, through Kenya, but not by force. Importantly, at the end of African Union summit, a statement has been issued. Does this statement condemn Ethiopia's Somaliland MOU? Does this statement overwhelmingly support Somalia? Well, just a few minutes ago, I read the statement for the start of this live chat session. Uh, Thank you, Michael, to say, yes, everything is going well. I'm recovering. Uh, the African Union statement is calling for respect for Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity, which is not something new because that is what African Union, Arab League, UN Security Council, IGAD, EU, US have been saying in the statements. Nothing new. No mention of Ethiopia Somaliland MOU in this statement. no condemnation of Ethiopia, Somaliland MOU in this joint statement by African Union. And lastly, African Union is asking the two sides to start dialogue. This point is very important. Why? Because, as I said, Hassan Sheikh is resisting talks with Ethiopia. Abiy tried to contact Hassan Sheikh directly. Then he tried to involve Ismail Umar from Djibouti, Yoweri Museveni from Uganda, William Ruto from Ghana. But Hassan Sheikh did not show any flexibility. But African Union is proposing that the two sides should hold dialogue. And if you remember, uh, the African Union's Peace and Security Council appointed a mediator between Ethiopia and Somalia. Obasanjo was appointed as the mediator, but that mediation was rejected by Somalia. So, in a way, I think that African Union's joint statement is not overwhelmingly leaning towards Somalia. Rather, it is calling for dialogue, and Somalia is resisting dialogue. Somalia says dialogue with Ethiopia can only start if Ethiopia withdraws from the MOU with Somaliland. Basically, uh, Somalia did not achieve much from this African Union summit. Somalia did not achieve much from UN Security Council meeting as well. Diplomatically, Somalia has managed to put pressure upon Ethiopia, but how to find practical allies? That is the issue for Somalia. Who will practically support Somalia? Not just statements, not just calls for respect for Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Who is going to support Somalia? That Somalia will see in coming weeks and months. But Hassan Sheikh's remarks were very clear. He said that Ethiopian military officers are in Somaliland. They're preparing the ground. It means that Ethiopia and Somaliland are more than committed to implement the MOU. By the way, several viewers have been saying, Sajid, the MOU has been rescinded. Ethiopian PM Abiy's dream of access to sea through Somaliland has been shattered, but nothing has happened. I told you, the two sides are fully committed. Implementation can be delayed, but the MOU will be implemented. It, its implementation can only be stopped if Ethiopia is offered a better deal. Better deal by Djibouti, by Somalia, by Eritrea. So far, no better, more attractive deal has been offered to Ethiopia. This is what happened at African Union Summit regarding Ethiopia, Somalia, Somaliland issue. And lastly was Tigray. Solo BU says, sorry I came late. What is the news about Bacha? Solo Bacha lashed out at Farah Maalim, the Kenyan MP, used very strong inflammatory language against Farah Maalim. And Farah Maalim has been calling for disintegration of Ethiopia as well. So both these top uh, leaders are using very strong language against each other. Basically, war of words between them over Ethiopia, Somaliland, MU. Last was Tigray. Getachew was in Addis Ababa today. He shared pictures with Mike Hammer, Molly Fee, and Masinga, who is US ambassador to Ethiopia. So either That the chose invited to Addis Ababa by the federal government so that he can have meetings with international dignitaries here. Or on his own, he went to Addis Ababa because obviously TPLF is a key ally of the US. By the way, and Getachew has shared details of his meetings with Mike Hammer, Molly Fee, etc. And he said that the implementation of Pretoria deal came under discussions. My point is that hundreds of international dignitaries are in Addis Ababa. They arrived in Addis Ababa 2 to 3 days ago, some 4 to 5 days ago. Getachew only shared details of his meetings with American officials. What about African leaders? What about other leaders? So it means that for the TPLF, for Tigray, what matters most is its relations with the US. And that is why Getachew wanted to ensure that he meets with Molly Fee, he meets with Mike Hammer, he meets with the American ambassador to Ethiopia. It is surprising for me, I think, because Getachew should have held more meetings, should have tried to convince international community, African leaders that Tigray is in dire need of emergency aid. People are dying of hunger. It seems that maybe for TPLF, for Tigray, relations with the US matter more than everything, matter more than anything else. Vollo says, "Hello Sajid, I hope you are recovering well." Yes, Vollo, I'm fine. I'm recovering fast. Very rapidly, I'm recovering. Muni Muni says, Ethiopia is shining more than a polished diamond. Well, Muni, I find it difficult to agree with you. Where do you see Ethiopia shining? I mean, if African Union summit has been held in Ethiopia, does it mean that Ethiopia is a key regional player? No, Ethiopia is facing so many internal, external problems, one after the other, conflicts erupting. And regionally, Ethiopia a little isolated, wars in Ethiopian neighborhood. So hard times ahead for Ethiopia, I would say. I'm looking at the long term, Sajid Moni Moni says. Let's see what happens in the long term. Alim joined to Alim, you're a little late today. I think I started early. Alim says any clashes between the warlords in Amhara. Are you talking about clashes between Fano groups, Fano commanders? Aftab says, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better now. Good to hear from you as well, Aftab. Kasahun is calling Abi a killer and genocider. It's 35 minutes have passed. I think Nisabho says, Sajid, you yourself noted AU as toothless lion. Yeah, I said that African Union cannot resolve conflicts on its own. Uh, whenever it has backing of other powerful institutions like Western institutions, it has been able to deliver. And I don't think it will play any major role in resolving Ethiopia, Somalia, Somaliland tension. Muni says, Sajid, please don't get fat just sitting around. Uh, well, I love long walks, jogging, a little exercise as well. I'll wait for just a few days. Then I'll resume my walks, and after that, I'll resume my workouts too. So that is what my life is basically. That I keep myself in uh, good shape, I would say. I'm not a strong man, but I think still I'm in good shape. So I hope I'll recover and I'll be back on my feet and back in the groove in just a few weeks, I think. Vollo is asking about why Ethiopian security officials stopped Hassan Sheikh at the hotel. It shouldn't have happened. I think Ethiopia shouldn't have mistreated Hassan Sheikh. It was unfortunate. Somalia will hit back. Because 37 minutes have passed, I think we should end this live chat session. It's not a bad performance. Uh, my first live chat after surgery. So I've been able to speak for 37, 38 minutes. I think we should join again tomorrow with the next live chat session. Thank you for staying in touch with me. You prayed for me. People sent me wishes. Some bought super chat stickers. Some bought super chat thanks as well to support me financially as well through videos, through live chats. Some bought memberships as well. Others stayed in touch with me through emails. They kept on asking about my health. One nurse from Norway advised me how to recover. An ultrasound specialist from the states contacted me. So, you people, that is why I say I'm a virtual family. You keep me going. That is why I'm able to talk to you even when I'm not able to stand or sit properly. Thank you, viewers. See you again tomorrow in the next live chat session. Stay blessed. Bye bye.